Welcome to Rich Off Real Estate. I'm your host, Clayton Neal, and this is your backstage pass to the world of real estate, where every deal, every plan, and every choice has a story. Being rich here isn't about money. It's about knowledge, insight, and seeing what really shapes the spaces we live and work in. From development to finance, from planning to impact, we go beyond the listings and the headlines. Knowledge is the real wealth. Let's get rich. Today, this is my brother, my friend, someone who I've been knowing, I guess probably maybe for, I don't know, time flies, maybe like the last 7, 8 years or so. But before I introduce this guest, I want to give you all a little bit of a backstory. You've heard me mention Idlewild before, Idlewild, Michigan. We're not talking about the movie featuring Outkast and Big Boy. We're talking about a historic black resort established in 1912. Some of the most affluent African Americans that you can think of either owned property, land, homes, or just went to Idlewild to party. I first became familiar with Idlewild back in 2005. My former business partner, a friend of his, told us about this place on the west side of the state that we absolutely had to go check out. And I had never heard anything about Idlewild before then. So we did our due diligence, took a trip, and fell in love with it immediately. Bought some land that we still actually own to this day. And it was introduced to the former unofficial mayor of Idlewild, Mr. John Meeks, rest in peace, who actually took me under his wing because at this time, you're talking about this was 20 years ago, I was still, getting my feet wet in the real estate arena. And, if you know anything about Idlewild, there were a lot of senior citizens there at this time. For someone my age to take a liking to this historic community, he took a liking to me. Actually took me to the state capitol with him for meetings. All types of state representatives that were a part of Governor Granholm at that time, her revitalization program to bring Idlewild back to its heyday. Fast forward a little bit, time progressed, the real estate market kind of did what it did. So I lost a little bit of my luster and enthusiasm for Idlewild, so to speak. However, fast forward to around 2017, 2018, one of my very good friends who I've been knowing since middle school, we actually played football together in high school, he's my fraternity brother to this day, told me about this festival, a music festival that was going on in Idlewild. And I said, "What? I haven't heard anything about it," because I had, kind of got out the loop a little bit. And he said, "Clayton, you got to come up here. Trust me. You're going to like it." He said, "I'm going to give you my man's number, call him, whatever." I'm like, "Okay, well, say less." He gave me brother Cedric McDougle's number, said, "Call him, pay for it, tell him you want to go." I didn't know anything about him, taking my man's word for it. I met brother Cedric McDougle in the parking lot, and we ended up going into Fridays in Southfield. I think I might have gave him a check. And, the rest is kind of history. So I want to take a moment and show my appreciation, give this brother his flowers because he has put Idlewild back on the map again. Okay, so hopefully after this segment, you all are going to be just as enthusiastic about visiting Idlewild if you haven't as I was when I first heard about it. So without further ado, my brother, my friend, the founder, the brains behind the Summer Oasis Music Festival, Mr. Cedric McDougle.
My brother, I
my man, what's going on?
I appreciate it. Good to be here with you, brother.
Man, I'm so happy. I'm so happy yes, to get you here because I want to talk about Idlewild, but right now I would be doing Idlewild an injustice if I talk about Idlewild and not bring up, the Summer Oasis Music Festival because right now that is it's the highlight of my summer. Okay. And I've told you this before. Yes, it is the highlight of my summer. I look for, every year I'm buying things. So just to, it's glamping, y'all. If you're not familiar or have never heard of glamping, because I didn't know anything about glamping until the Summer Oasis Festival. Exactly. It's like making your tent and your camping experience
Exactly.
your home away from home.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes, that's it.
So you got some big news, right? So before I even jump into the big news, let me back up a little bit because I'm getting excited, as you can see. I'm getting excited.
It's all good.
How did you first find out about Idlewild?
That's an interesting question with an even more interesting story. People have to be in tune to that whisper in their ear, that heart. That's God talking to you. Going way back when Club Network was the hottest club downtown.
Wow, I haven't heard that name in a minute.
I used to work there, and this company was doing a promotional tour for the movie Idlewild.
Okay.
And Outkast is like my favorite group, so I worked the event, got a T-shirt with the rooster, and at that time, my knowledge of Idlewild didn't go beyond that movie, but I kept that shirt.
Okay.
To this day, I still got it.
Okay.
That was the seed being planted. I didn't know how God was going to water it.
Right.
So fast forwarding, I do my family reunion down in our family's acres in Kennedy, Alabama. I said, Mom, we should do something different. Like what? So all the kids should be intense and have fire pits and everything. We'll do it. Had about 15 tents set up for my family from across the country. I said, this is beautiful. I'm going to keep doing it. Went to my uncle's house in Southfield.
Okay.
I was cultivating. It was getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Okay.
Didn't know what, didn't know where, didn't know when, didn't know how.
Yeah.
But I was obedient to that spirit. I said, you know what? It's time for me to make this professional. I don't know where I'm going to go.
Okay.
My boy said, check out Idlewild. Idlewild? That's real? Yes. It's up north. And so I did my research.
Yeah.
I Googled. I started buying books. I got up on it. When I went there, all I saw was blight, right?
Yep.
And so if I said, why you going up there? I said, because where you see blight, I see beauty.
That's right.
I see beauty on what once was and what can be again.
That's right.
And that's when God watered that seed to flourish. I'm like, I want to stake my claim and my flag right here because now I have purpose. Okay, so it was the marrying of the two. So I wanted to bring in new ideas,
absolutely,
new concepts that they'd never seen before. Yeah. And so this was a glamping, glamorous, luxurious camping weekend getaway that was crafted for those who crave a different type of experience. And so I wanted to go beyond just Idlewilders, beyond Michigan.
Yeah.
I started getting folks coming in from across the country. Yeah. And they coming in for the festival, loving it, see Idlewild, fall in love, started buying properties.
That's right.
Started businesses, Airbnbs and this and that. So I'm a firm believer of rising tides raise all boats. So I thank you for giving me my flowers because I worked hard at it. And I was determined to make Idlewild hot on the tongue again across the country. Yes. And God bless me to do that.
And you know what? You've done that. And you said a few things. The exposure, right? Because when I was first introduced to Idlewild, it was one of those things where, I would mention to people, like a couple people heard about that was in my age group. Like, oh man, I heard about that place. It's like number old folks up there, right? Exactly. So it had this stigma attached to it, right? Because there was some truth to that, right? Because a lot of people that were, familiar and patron Idlewild in its heyday, those folks were still there. So we're talking about people in the 60, 70, 80 years old, right? And many of them are still there. And hey, if I were them, I would be too. But the festival, right? It has, you said it, it allowed people to see the beauty and become intrigued to now start buying property, buying real estate, right? Lake County, just to put this in perspective, Idlewild has 3 lakes, beautiful lakefront homes, right? 3 lakes, Lake Idlewild, Little Lake Idlewild, which is called Tank Lake to the people in Idlewild, and then you have Paradise Lake, okay, all sports lake. I mean, you have people from Indiana in Idlewild, you have people from Chicago, and of course you got plenty of people from Detroit there. But then now you have this influx of people that are now coming in because you have this festival that Brother McDougle has put on. So now you are seeing a gradual economic infusion and a small real estate boom. We still got some ways to go. But now even those owners who had properties that weren't year-round owners are able to see some revenue using short-term rentals or Airbnbs, as Brother McDougle just said. But now I think that you have kind of catapulted or at least led the way for some other festivals, right? There was a Divine Nine festival this past summer. I didn't make it, but I heard it was good. You know what I mean?
It was nice.
You was okay. You were there.
Yes.
Okay,
I was
right?
there.
So, and I think that was the first year, maybe first or second year for that particular event, right?
Exactly.
So now the more exposure that the Summer Oasis provides is just going to allow the next Cedric McDougals or whoever to do more events because. I mean, let's not keep. I can be in Idlewild much more than one weekend of summer, right? We need more events, right? We need 10 Summer Oasis type events, right?
Yes, exactly.
All right, so now we get it. Your spirit, everything. It led you to Idlewild, and you said, boom, okay, I'm doing this festival in Idlewild. First year of the festival was what year?
2016.
2016. Wow, you're ready to be 10 years.
2016 on Paradise Lake, which is where the historical Paradise Club set on.
Okay.
So I was the first to break ground in today's times of new events.
Yeah.
Because once again, the Blues and Jazz Festival by Janet Meeks and Charlie Meeks, they've been carrying on that legacy from Mr. Meeks greatly. But those were the festivals of old.
Yeah.
So I was the first to break ground of the new generations of festivals.
Absolutely.
And that was on Paradise Lake at 2016.
And see, I've never been to any of those.
Really?
The Summer Oasis is the only festival I've ever been to in Idlewild.
Okay.
And like I said, I'm a property owner.
Yeah.
Right? I've been knowing about for 20 years.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, not saying who am I at the end of the day, right? But I'm just saying though, that speaks volumes because of who told me.
Right.
And then that has allowed me to basically introduce people to Idlewild. I brought it. I mean, I probably brought over the course since I've been doing it. I mean, I think my first one was 2017 or 2018. I probably brought up at least 20 different people up there.
I love it.
At least 20 different people.
And if I can say, what also makes Summer Oasis such a unique experience is that, I traveled all across the country to these music festivals and these events, and I never copy. I just get inspired.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
But what I notice is that people will haul all this gear. They'll be at the gates at 3, 4 in the morning to get late about 7 o'clock. They set up, and by 11 o'clock, they got to break down and go home.
Absolutely.
And come back and do it again.
Yeah,
I said,
that's too much.
With Summer Oasis, once you set up,
you
ain't got to break down because this is your home.
Yes.
So I'm taking people outside of their comfort zone and their paradigm to show them how you can be sexy and have all the amenities of a 4 or 5 star hotel experience or a home experience in your tent.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And either you can bring your own, or we'll provide it for you.
Yes.
And so it's a high-end experience in a community that's been trying to find footing on more investment. So now I'm showing you how you can be around what not look good and still make it beautiful.
Yes. Yes.
And it caught on like fire.
Did it? I mean, did it? I mean, man. I mean, like I say, it's the highlight of my summer, and at least 3 or 4 of my people, it's the highlight of their summer, right? So this is a real estate show, y'all. Y'all know we're gonna talk some more real estate. You know what I mean? This is special though. So this past summer wasn't. It was sad. It was sad.
Sad for one, but glorious for another.
Well, right. So you took the show on the road this past summer. We went down to South Carolina, right?
Charleston, South Carolina.
We did not have the Summer Oasis in Idlewild this past summer, and that's why I say it was sad. All my stuff, it stayed in the shed. Didn't get to bring it out. But you went down to South Carolina. So how was that experience?
Oh, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, and to put things in perspective. Just to pull off an event like that 14 hours away was a success within itself.
Of course.
But what I learned, what the experience taught me is that I won't say I will say our Oasis family will travel.
Yeah.
They'll come.
Yeah.
Because every tent that was set up, we had about maybe 15 to 21 tents. Yeah. And for the first time, that was good. They were all from across the country. Nobody from Charleston. That was all from across the country.
Wow.
Baltimore.
Wow.
St. Louis.
Wow.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Detroit. Whatever. So they'll come in. So that showed me I can go on the road and be successful.
Absolutely.
Whatever.
Absolutely.
But I was still missing home.
Yeah.
Idlewild.
Home was missing you.
But I had to get certain things in place, if you know what I'm saying.
I do.
To make it right for me, good for me, so I could be my best and give my best to you guys.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a labor of love for you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously. Now, don't get me wrong. I always say we do things right, and I have a labor of love. I have a few things, but I mean, at the end of the day, we gotta make something, right? Especially when we're spending our money, right?
Yes.
But it's different. I know this is your baby.
Yes.
Like, you know, because you've told me that.
Yeah.
Literally, you know what I'm saying? This is your baby.
Exactly.
And I went on social media and I posted some stuff. I'm for real, like, man, this summer just ain't the same. You know what I mean? Sad face. And everybody like, oh yeah, me too. Like, oh, this ain't the same. So, I mean,
and just let me pause you and trust. My words can't express how much that means to me.
Yeah.
To know that what I've built and what you guys have been a part of, you love it. To whereas if it's not happening, you miss it, and the excitement is buzzing again. That brings me joy beyond words, brother.
Because you know what, it's the truth too, and it's like, you know, people were saying like. Every year, there's some new people that hit me up and say, "What's up with Idlewild? What's up with Idlewild?" Y'all, and then here's the thing, and this is no joke. I was so entrenched in Idlewild years ago that some people just called me Mr. Idlewild, right? Mm-hmm. Literally. Shout out to Angie Vincent. If y'all know about the locker room, the Mix, Bricktown, Angie's open up. Angie used to call me Mr. What's up, Idlewild? You know what I mean? The true story. That's how I was so.
Yeah.
To be able to get excited about it again because of the Summer Oasis Music Festival, man, you know what I mean? Because I've been wanting a reason to get excited. Man, I had so many grandiose ideas about what I wanted to do, but I was a little bit before my time in that aspect, right? Because I'm in my 20 years ago, I'm in my 20s, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
All my peers are my same, they're like, I know 3 hours away, like, what? Like, nah. But now, it's like, it's a thing.
Let me share this with you right quick because you just tapped on something that 3 hours away. So when I went from my uncle's backyard in Southfield and decided to make it a professional festival, I'm telling some of my closest confidants who've been in the game for years. Mm-hmm. I look up to them, these business owners and this and that. They was like, man, ain't nobody driving 3 hours away, man. You should do it somewhere around here. No. Okay, whatever you can do it, man. You know, do it for one day and this and that. The point I'm making is you have to see it when no one else does.
That's right. That's right.
God put it in my heart, and I wasn't going to budge on nothing of the vision that he gave me.
No, you can't.
I'm going 3 hours away.
Yep.
It's going to be a weekend getaway.
Yep.
And once it jumped off, everybody bought into it.
Oh, yeah.
If I had listened to those voices, I would have done nothing. So be careful who you share your gifts with.
Absolutely.
Because God didn't give it to them to understand.
That's right.
You stand on principle.
Yeah.
And do what's in your heart.
You got to.
Be blessed every time, brother.
Facts. In the words of Russell, was it Russell Simmons? He said the acronym.
Okay.
LOSE. LOSE.
Okay.
Letting others see everything. Everything ain't for everybody.
That's right.
Sometimes you have to let people see.
That's right.
After the work is done.
That's right.
Because people, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
You know, people put negative energy and thoughts into your ideas.
Yeah.
Right? And I, the older I've gotten, I've become more wise about what I share, when I share it, who I share it with. Right? Because people are people.
And then sometimes, Clayton, you know, you have your haters, okay?
Of course. But we need them.
But outside of that, sometimes they don't mean no harm. They faith just ain't been tested like yours.
That's all it is.
So they don't know.
They don't know no better.
They doing the best they can.
They doing the best they can. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. And we have to show them.
There you go.
Listen, I can show you better than I can tell you.
Go.
And I'm not gonna tell you a lot. But I might show you something.
Because those few cats who were giving me their opinion, once they saw it, they was like, "Said I had no idea, man, but you made it happen." I said, "God did," and said, "My family." Morrison's family who coming in You see them unloading that truck, they make it happen.
See?
You see them sitting over there, they make it happen.
See?
Okay, you see them cooking over there, they make it happen.
Absolutely.
Every goddamn
Absolutely.
year.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And true story, y'all, and I don't advise this. My boy got his Challenger. This was some years back when the Challengers first came back out. We did Idlewild in like 2.5, maybe a little under 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
I don't advise anybody to do this. I don't advise because it's 220 miles to Idlewild from Detroit. We did that boy in like a little under 2.5 hours. So you already know what program we was on, right? We was going. Shout out to my man JT Money. So what's going on? I mean, we need the festival back, man.
So I'm back. We're back. I'm excited about it. I have a new relationship with the new site.
Wait a minute. You said we back?
We back.
We back?
We back.
2026.
It's on and popping.
It's on and popping?
That historical third weekend in August.
Okay.
It's going back down.
Okay.
So the dates are officially 21 through 23.
Of August.
Of August, yes. The third weekend.
Y'all got that date?
Same day.
August 21st through
the 23rd.
To the 23rd.
23rd.
And you go before we leave, you got to make sure you tell us how we can get it. I don't know if the registration is open yet.
Not yet.
But I'm going to be one of the first one. I'm getting my spot locked up.
Yeah, the thing is, it's still early in the season. My phone and emails have been blowing up with folks being excited, which warms my heart. I'm going to drop the new location probably before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Everybody enjoy the holidays and come back and start to promote. And as you know, I always open registration when?
Like around March, April?
April 1st at midnight.
Okay.
So
okay.
It's going to be the same thing. And so I'm advising everybody to start to plan now, start to budget now.
Yeah.
The way that I set up my registrations is I'm not gouging anybody and this and that. So 2 levels, like the regular weekend glamper comes with 4 wristbands. That means 4 people can be in that tent to help incur the cost if need be and enjoying the fun. Then we have the Segway VIP. That's 4 wristbands. That comes with a VIP dinner Friday and an hour and a half cocktail hour. Then we have the ultimate glamping experience. That's the eating experience, the all-inclusive, where everything is provided for you. You just show up with your bags, will spoil you the whole weekend. That is per person or package for at least 2. So you can get in and experience the weekend on any level that you're trying to spend money. So everybody can really enjoy it based on how they want to do it, but start to save now. Price points will be added to the website once it goes live, but those who've been before pretty much know the proximity of, might be like a little bit more because stuff is expensive. The tariffs is real.
And look at the tariff. Listen, oh my God, y'all! The tariffs that hit the Summer Oasis Music Festival. It's nothing sacred.
And so for me to do what I do, I'm paying more on every end, from liability insurance to everything. So cost might go up a little bit, but once you share it amongst 3 other people, it's very, very economic. So so it's going to be great. So we're back. And I'm hoping this new relationship can be cultivated because I love being there and I love doing what I'm doing, which is elevating Idlewild's profile to a national conglomerate.
Oh man, I cannot wait until everybody see. And we're gonna do something special for our audience here. Mm-hmm. I'm in a giving mood. Okay. I'm in a giving mood, y'all. So what we gonna probably do is we're gonna put together a list of what you need to make your glamping experience truly authentic, right? Because it took me a minute, right? The first year, y'all, we was ghetto style. I think we almost got into it. With some folks. But like for real though, because we had to. Cedric had to put some rules in place because of us. Didn't you? We had 2 tents on one spot. You know what I'm saying? We brought the people view that like we didn't know, right? We straight ghetto because we had an Airbnb too. So we just came out there, set it up. You know, we got grills going. It was nothing glampish or sexy about our setup the first year, but we had an absolute ball. And it created the excitement because we got to see everybody else like, we can't wait till next year because we came out here bad. You know what I mean?
Because everybody is inspired. Oh my God, I got to step my game
up. Absolutely. It because it's a competition.
Yeah, exactly.
And Cedric walk around. He walks around checking out everybody's stuff, like giving you a thumbs up or okay. You know what I'm saying? Next year.
And then now glamping is my cornerstone of my festival and my aesthetic, but I never misrepresent myself. I did not create glamping. Glamping's been around for decades, but it was being enjoyed by the wealthy. You know, glamping in Dubai, glamping in Kokomo, so whatever, and it costs a lot of money. I'm showing you how you can glamp on a budget and still not compromise quality and be sexy. So it's not about how much you spend, it's about how much you create.
That's it.
You know, Pinterest is your best friend. Home Goods is your best friend.
Yep.
So you know, go in your linen closet and get a nice, comforter, some pillows, or whatever. Don't come with no sleeping bag, or your ass will be embarrassed.
Yeah. True story though. Real talk. I never slept outside before until the Summer Oasis Music Festival. Never had slept outside before. And now I won't sleep indoors when I go now. I won't. It's some of the best, most relaxing. And I'm gonna post some footage of y'all of my tent from the most recent one. Maybe the last few, so you can see the gradual progression of because my stuff is like I got a ceiling fan in my tent. Right? Real talk like that. I mean,
exactly.
Table, chairs, bar. Exactly. I mean, we get busy. Cedric always come through because we gonna do a fish fry one of the days. I have a plate, set him on a plate. You know what I mean? And it's that thing. But man, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. This is big. And
I wanna do this, brother, for you and your audience. So you figure out how you want to do it or whatever, but I don't know, some type of email or the 15th person, whatever. But I'm going to give out a free registration to one of your people.
Woo!
Okay. So we got to figure out how to make that justify. They got to do something.
Yeah, for sure.
You figure it out.
Okay, we gonna work on that. Y'all heard it here first. Yeah. We heard it here first. And he a man is worried about this. The Deals Flow show. You understand? This is what we do. This is what we do. So man, I'm excited. That's hot. So we got to talk a little bit of real estate. So you've been all over Idlewild. You know what I mean? Because you be on the hunt. Looking for this new sites and housing. In your opinion, how far away with the right? Let me scale the question back a little bit. With the right people, right? Investors. How long do you think it would take for Idlewild to be, and we're not trying to recreate what it was in 1940, 1950, because it'll never be that again. It can be something different. It can be a great Idlewild today. We don't need to try to do what they did in 1940, 1950. We don't, because this is 2025 going on 2026 now, right? There's a lot of blight, but not as much as it used to be, right? We've done a lot of cleaning up. What are the biggest needs? What are the three biggest needs for Idlewild from a development standpoint that you see?
It needs an infrastructure. But see, even if you got a couple of restaurants, Idlewild doesn't have the people there year round to support it.
Yeah.
So they'll go out of business.
Yep.
Idlewild is more of a summer home place, tourists, and then once the winter kicks in, they close down and go back home.
That's right.
So that's the slippery slope.
Yep.
Okay. People they're investing in houses, they're gutting them, making Airbnbs or whatever. They're rebuilding a few boutique motels, 5 bedrooms, 10, whatever, and that's cool. But I will say this here, and this is a broad address to your question. The biggest need is that Idlewild has to find a way to get out of Idlewild's way.
And you don't have to tell me what that means because I know, right?
Okay.
And sometimes we can be our own worst enemy, right? Because there's opportunity from a real estate development standpoint. I mean, it's almost still a blank slate almost, right? But you got some beautiful homes. You got some beautiful homes up there. But as Brother Cedric said, you know, the type of businesses that one create, it could be a slippery slope because you don't have year-round residents, right? So now it's like we have to really dig inside ourselves and be creative and think about, well, what's going to make the most sense? What's a great seasonal business, right? One thing for sure that I can tell you that Idlewild needs is more housing, right? More housing. That's always been the biggest thing.
Housing to rent or sell, or both.
Or both, right? Residents, because if I go build a couple houses, I can use one, and when I'm not there, I can rent it out to the hunters, the campers, the fishers, people that are going up for whatever the case may be. But that's always been a big thing. It's like, because let's just say the Summer Oasis, you get to the point where you have 10,000 people. We finally, where are 10,000 people going to stay? Right? Because now you got to drive to Big Rapids to go stay at Holiday Inn, or you got to go over to Ludington or Baldwin. People are going to be spread out all over the place, and that's not what we want, though.
But being realistic, demographically, Idlewild can only hold so much. It's not big.
Yeah.
You only hold so much.
Yeah.
So you don't want to burst out of the seams.
But true.
So, fill in the gaps where you can, make it attractive, but you can't do too much.
Right.
Because just like a child, if you feed a child too much, it's just going to spit it back up.
Yeah.
So it has to be on pace and on kill with what it can hold and handle.
Yeah. But it can definitely handle a lot more than what it's doing right now.
Definitely.
From an opportunity perspective, look at some Idlewild real estate. You know what I mean? Everything doesn't always go through the more formal channels, but if you know somebody, me, Brother Cedric, right, deals will flow.
And also, if you invest in Idlewild property, know why you're investing.
That part.
You have to have a vision of what you want to do with it.
Yes.
You're trying to preserve history. Are you doing like an Airbnb? You want to do like a coffee shop? No, you have to come in with a game plan.
Absolutely.
In order to make it work.
Absolutely. I'm glad you said that. Have a game. And realistically, not even just Idlewild.
Yeah.
Real estate, period. You should always have a game plan when you go invest. Right? Because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? So that's a real thing. But there are Lake County, and I don't know if it still is. Lake County is where Idlewild is. At one point in time, I mean, this has been within the last 20 years. It was like the poorest county
in the country.
For sure, in the Midwest.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
The poorest. Right. So that lets you know, the opportunities or challenges, depending upon your perspective, that one may face. I see opportunity.
Exactly.
I go in there and see opportunity. I still see opportunity, which is why I still talk about it. I'm still enthusiastic about it when I speak to people. And so I mean, once again, if you're not familiar with Idlewild, I definitely challenge you, encourage you to do your research, especially if you're African American. I mean, for anybody, but especially if you're African American, because there's rich history and why we were in Idlewild, right? And not to give y'all a history lesson, because we couldn't go other places, right? But once we could, we forgot about it. We left Idlewild, and that's a story for another day, right? How we do sometimes. But brother, I want to appreciate that. And once again, I want you to make sure tell them again so they don't forget how we say April 1st at midnight.
At midnight.
Website. What else?
So first you can follow us on our social media platforms. You can follow me personally, Cedric McDougle, Facebook, IG, everything's there. My business page, Summer Oasis Music Festival, Facebook, IG, as well as TikTok. Website is glampishlife.com. So you can follow the promotions and the updates that way. So registration will open at midnight, April 1st, whatever day that is. And normally when I open, I'm half sold out within 24, 48 hours. So I'm letting you guys know now, plan now, budget now, get your crew together or whatever else, get your boo together or whatever, have fun in the creative process, because for those who haven't seen it before, it's an experience like no other. You'll be hooked instantly. And with this new location, oh yeah, it's gonna be bananas. So it's all grown. And in 10 years of doing Summer Oasis, I've never had to have security. Where they do that at?
No, hey,
Because we got grown folks.
It's grown. Like I said, I've never experienced. It is, when I tell you, it's nothing but love. I mean, people going from 10 to 10, like, oh, you want some food? Come get some food.
Exactly.
In the morning, breakfast. Oh, come on, you want breakfast?
Exactly.
People, coffee. You need cups. You need plates.
Exactly.
It's nothing but love. I mean, it's almost unreal. Yeah. I mean, you created something that is, the vibe is so crazy. It's almost unreal that the energy and it goes until what? Like
2 in the morning.
2 in the morning. Like I passed out last time. I passed. The music still going. And let me tell y'all this, y'all. This is your story. I'm not even a house music guy, said.
Yeah.
I didn't start messing with house music until I started coming to Summer Oasis.
Okay, yeah.
And now I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever's going on, it's the vibe.
So to let everybody know, so we do play all genres: Amapiano, Afro beats, hip hop and R&B. But you won't hear I'm sorry, you won't hear no Cardi B and no Glorilla at Summer Oasis. No. We do sexy music.
He does.
But we are house heavy.
Yes.
But we do some of it all. But the vibe and the aesthetic is so rich. You don't care what's being played because you're just so caught up in the rapture of what's going on. So the music is top notch, but that's not the breaking point of your experience. It's the camaraderie.
Yes.
It's the intent.
Yes.
It's that love.
Yes.
You know, I'll say, oh my God,
Yes.
I can't believe it. Yes. So don't come in with a pre-programmed mind of what you want to hear.
Nope.
Just be open.
Just be open.
To go beyond your own paradigm.
Absolutely. That's the best way to put it, because the music is going on and you get to the point where you're so vibe and zoned out. You forget, you don't even hear music after a while. And it's going because you're doing your thing.
Exactly.
People playing cars, horseshoes, cornhole, eating, drinking, barbecuing. It's just like everybody's got something going on, right? People got the game on, the TV.
Exactly.
And y'all got to experience it. I can't even describe it. It's just something you got to be there. So, man, y'all heard it. We going to do something here at the Deals Flow Show. Brother Cedric said free registration. We're going to figure out something for our audience because somebody going to be lucky and they going to be like, this what I've been missing. This what I've been missing. So, man, 2026, August 21st through the 23rd. It's on and popping. And we gonna be back. And Brother Cedric, man, I appreciate the time. I'm excited.
Appreciate you,
and we gonna get it going again.
No question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.